Good. Looks normal. No hesitation. Just going through his normal routine, and again, conviction. He's not favoring anything. So talking to him, he's on schedule to start DHing on Sunday, most likely here in Brooklyn.
Okay, so he doesn't need to do anything else to get there. That's now the next plan.
Just a couple more days of that, But as of right now, the plan is for him to start playing on Sunday.
Last night, you called watching Soto's at-bats a show. What is it for you when you're watching that you enjoy the most?
I think everything. As soon as he steps on the batter's box, whether are the takes, whether are the swings, even when he foul off some pitches, you see how tight the connection and how powerful that swing is. And then his ability to use the whole field. This is a guy that we've seen go deep left center, pulling the baseball. So, I think, like I said, easy show.
Bill? What is your plans for Ventos once he's activated, and along with Batty?
Yeah, so the plan is for him to be active tomorrow. And the way I see it is this continue to be a puzzle where I have to work the pieces and put everything in place. There's going to be a few spots in the lineup. They are going to be kind of like rotating. And I think that's a good problem to have, the way I see it. I've been saying this since day one. We're talking about depth and, how good our team is because of the quality and the quantity that we have, So there will be at-bats for everyone in there. There is in the active roster. And we'll make sure we communicate with them on a daily basis, and they'll understand we're here to win baseball games. So, and Mark is a big part of this team. We saw what he was... what he did for us last year, and we're counting on him again.
Will on the left.
Hey, Carlos, just what would a productive, healthy Mark Vientos mean for this lineup?
We saw it last year. This is a guy that kind of was a big part of our offense last year. We saw it in the playoff. A guy that drives the ball to all fields, give you good at-bats. The power is real. We're going to need him. If we get him going, we're talking about having a deep lineup, 1 through 9. And when you have a guy like we saw last year, he can hit anywhere in the lineup, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. You just add to the quality of the player that we got on that roster.
And when you talk about the puzzle that you may have, is there any path where it could be possible to see Mauricio, Batty, and Ventos on this roster together?
It's possible, yeah, but we got one more tonight. There's always, we got to get through it. And then we have a decision at the end of the day. But, yeah.
Carlos, when Soto maybe got off to a slower than expected start, you kind of maintained your belief that he's Juan Soto, he'll heat up eventually. Just how validating have the last few weeks been for maybe you and the hitting staff just to see that belief kind of pay off when he's putting up some of the best numbers in the league?
I mean, we knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time, especially with the way he was hitting the baseball. He was just unlucky, pretty much. He got to a point, it's like, man, what else he needs to do? This is a guy that continues to hit the ball extremely hard, and he's not finding holes. He's not finding the seats. Now those balls are now landing over there on the bleachers. They're finding grass, the quality of the at-bats. This is a guy that we all seen it throughout his career, and the way he controls the strike zone. Like, he's not going to leave this on, and he's going to take his walks. And even when he wasn't getting results, he didn't deviate, like, that's who he is. If they don't want to pitch to me, I'm going to take my walks. So, and he continues to do that. So, not surprised by it. None of us are, because he's a great player.
Dave on the left.
When you guys first brought up Mauricio, that didn't seem like part of his development plan. It was probably a little sooner than you would have anticipated. What type of growth have you seen from him since he's been up here? Have you seen some progress as far as his at-bats have been?
Yeah, I think I've been impressed with how he's handled adversity. I haven't been around him much because of the whole year last year rehabbing. And this year in spring training, he wasn't around much, just like in the training room and doing backfield drills and things like that. But just watching him at this level, after missing so much time and struggle and being the same guy, steady, continues to work, continues to ask for feedback, for help. That's what's been impressive. A player that age that, again, is not seeing results. And yes, he's, what do I need to do to keep getting better? And it was finally good to see a really good game from him last night. And we hope we could see that same version moving forward.
When you talk about making sure that you need guys that help you win games, when you see a game from him last night, when you see kind of the ceiling for that, can one game factor into how you think about things, or is it just kind of one game?
No, it's one game, but it's a good game for him. Like maybe he gets going here where, like, you know what, I can do it. Because sometimes, especially at that age, there might be some doubts. Not that he's going through, but adversity hits, and how are you going to respond? And he's done that again. One really good game yesterday. We saw it from both sides, from the left side, from the right side. He's showing that he can play second base. We know he came up as a shortstop. Then being on the left side of the infield is where he felt more comfortable. But now he's to a point where, like, he's good to go, and that's why he continues to get playing time at second base.
All right.
How would you describe the value of a guy like McNeil, where he's in center, makes a great catch, now you get him in left, and can play second, and give you a credible defense anywhere? Yeah,
it allows me to continue to be flexible and give guys off days. And not only when I'm making out the lineup, but in-game decisions. Whether you're going to pinch hit, you're going to put someone as a defensive replacement or as a pinch runner. Having a guy like that you can move around so many different positions and not losing any defense. It's crazy that yesterday he makes an unbelievable play, and then I'm taking him out because I'm putting Tyrone Taylor. But I could have brought him to second base. He's starting in left today. That's a really good player to have on your roster.
Abby?
Jeff went through a down season in 2023, didn't start off last season very well. What did you learn about him when he was struggling to produce?
That he's not going to give up, and he lost playing time last year. He went through a stretch, like, I want to say, towards the end of May, early June, around this time, when he lost playing time, and he had a fight, and he did it. So you got to give him credit. He was challenged, and he responded to it. And then he had a really good second half. Obviously got hurt in spring training, but since he's been active, we see it. We see it day in and day out, and the way he impacts the game and the way he helps us win baseball games. After facing so much adversity and struggles, 2023, first half last year, losing playing time, he kept fighting, and now here he is, being back to a pretty important piece for us.
Is everything still on track with Minaya?
Yeah, so he's scheduled to play catch today. If everything goes well, he's scheduled to throw a bullpen by the weekend, and then, step by step, day by day, but hopefully he's making that next rehab start early next week.
Andrew?
With yesterday being the halfway point of the season, I guess, how would you assess everything that this team has gone through? Has anything sort of surprised you? And I think at this point last season you were one game under 500, so I guess moving forward, kind of how do you kind of carry some momentum through the second half?
Yeah, we got out of the gate and we won a lot of games. Everything was clicking for us. Starting pitching, bullpen, offense, a lot of different guys contributing day in and day out. And then we hit a stretch where it's hard. It was hard. But it's part of it, understanding that we still got a long ways to go. We feel like we play, 81 games, and we're just halfway point. We know the competition is real in the National League. There's a lot of good teams out there, and we want to continue to, grind, continue to get better, and continue to go out there and find ways to get the job done, because that's what, at the end of the day, that's what matters. But overall, very pleased how guys continues to deal with adversity. We lost guys in spring training. Guys step up. We lost guys recently. Guys will continue to step up. We've seen how many times new faces continue to walk through those doors, and it'll continue to be that way. Our job is to stay together here, being positive, continue to challenge our guys holding each other accountable. And like I said, we still got a long ways to go.
All right. Thank you very much, Carlos.